Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. We're going to continue along this week's Unknown Gems with yet another band that hopefully not many have heard of. Before we get into it, I would like to remind everyone, if you can, and you would like to, subscribe and thumbs up. Thank you. Alright, so today we're going to be looking at a band called United Nations. This song is called Resolution 9. And it's only 2.5 minutes long. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I like that call and response between the gang vocals and the harshes. Yeah, so a really interesting way to play with width. We have these really meaty chords, and then we move to single line. Yeah. Yeah. Rhythmic synergy there between the vocalist and guitarist. Really digging into that dissonance. Dang, I guess that goes somewhere else, or maybe it just ends straight up. I don't even know what these bands anymore. Sometimes I hear something that, to me, is very clearly a lead into another song, and then people in the comments will be like, "Nope, it just ends there." Uh, okay. So yeah, I enjoyed that, which is unusual, but I think it melds just enough of some ideas that I do enjoy with some ideas that I'm not too hot on, and sort of finds a nice middle point to keep my attention around long enough for the stuff that I don't really enjoy to sort of be palatable. This could be a song that bridges me into some of these harsher, noisier stuff that we've checked out a few times. However, there's just enough of sort of an emo thing going on, especially with the vocals and some of the melody lines, um, that it's this toss up between emo and noise, and I think that's really cool. So, um, they also do a couple of really cool compositional things that I want to touch on in this analysis. And the first one is that they find ways to synergize multiple instruments together, whether that's rhythmically or harmonically, which is really cool for a song that is so short, so condensed. There really isn't a lot of room to go about with layering. Um, and yet they still find moments where they can go about doing that. And I think that's awesome. For one instance, during one of the harsh vocal sections, the guitar rhythm was matching up with the screams. But of course, the screams don't have a central note while the guitar did, so the guitar helped the screams kind of have these pitches and helped create a sort of melodic flow to a voice that doesn't have much melodic center to it. So it's a really cool technique, marrying those two together rhythmically so that one could kind of leech off of the other's melodic elements. We also saw this a few times with drums and guitar with rhythmic synergy, kind of sharing the same rhythms. And yeah, they do this quite often actually for a 2.5 minute song. What is that? 210 seconds? Like, that is not a long time. No, no, 150 seconds. Yeah, that is not a long time. And they really cram a lot in here. I also enjoy the vocal work. These types of harsh vocals are what I tend to enjoy. It's what I have a palette for. Um, and I think they go well with the cleans, which also sort of have that nasally, higher pitched emo sound to them. And like I said, it kind of takes that emo vocal work and puts it on noise music work, and it's an interesting combination for sure. The noise stuff would take me a while to get used to, but I get it. Especially in this context, there seems to be some sort of aggression or anger in the vocal delivery, in the musical delivery, the themes, the atmosphere. It's a very harsh, aggressive one. Um, and that sort of playing is key. Those really quick, harsh attacks, repeating all the time. They're key to portraying aggression in the music. So it's a perfect marrying of getting the music to portray the emotion they're aiming for. Um, the call and response I thought was pretty cool as well. We had a call and response between gang vocals and harsh vocals, which is pretty cool. And it was just back and forth. The panning was done well as well. I like that. And the other thing that really stood out to me was, I mentioned it in during the song as well, the way that they play with width. So they start out with a 4 bar phrase. 3 bars are like super chunky, wide chords. All right, and you get this like super width really filling up a lot of the space. And part of that width is just going to come from the fact that they're chords. It's more than one note, but I would wager there's also some mixing on there to get the effect. But that 4th bar, they switch to a single string and play a melodic line, and you can just feel how thin it is compared to what we just listened to, and of course what comes next when they bring the chords back. And it's this really interesting almost playfulness of width where some sections of the song just sound ridiculously heavy and full and others sound anemic, but it isn't so much about this 16 bar phrase, then this 16 bar phrase. It's intermixed into ideas, and there's a constant weaving in and out of this width, this weight to the music. And I think that's really interesting. That's something really cool that I would like to play around with as I'm beginning to compose music that is more aggressive and chaotic like this. It is kind of weird. My music has shifted to more of this noisy stuff recently. I've begun to experiment with more chaotic, dissonant sounds. And this might be the next thing that I push myself to utilize is this expanding, this contrasting and shrinking of weight, of width. So that's pretty cool. This is kind of a short one, but it's also kind of a short song, so I guess we're just going to wrap it up here. I would like to check out more United Nations. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any more videos on this record label's channel for them. So I guess if you know of this band, hit me up with some more recommendations. Let me see where they're going. If you enjoyed this, if you didn't, let me know in the comments what bounced off for you, what you really enjoyed, things that really stuck with you. When you're done commenting, you can head up to the description box, check out the Linktree link. It takes you to a place with everything adjacent to the channel. If you want to support the channel through Patreon, the link is in there. If you want to join the Discord server and chat with me and the rest of the critical community, the link is in there. If you want to see what's coming up on future weekend special selections, there's a link in there for that. All right. Also, right above that, like, subscribe, ring the bell. I'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. UTC, with another video for Unknown Gems. All right, until next time, remember to be critical, not cynical, of the music you listen to, and have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you choose to watch my videos.